Welcome to the Barroom Network. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. This is the weekend sports betting tips show. It's a brand new show. This is week one college football, and I got Anthony, my partner, uh, from poundedsports.com.
How's it going?
Anthony, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. It's first Saturday of college football. I mean, how can you not be happy? Can't be
I know.
excited.
Last night was a good night for both of us, really.
Thank God. It's been a
I know,
rough
right?
week with baseball. Has just been so inconsistent. No matter how good the play looks, it's just been brutal lately. So it's been nice to have football back, make some money.
Right, and a lot of games today. Um, some really high profile matchups, which we'll talk about. 5-1 in one day for me, 6-2 for you. Uh, I want to say real quick for Anthony, if you're interested, signing up. Anthony, he always does it. He's, in my opinion, the best out there. So Barroom Network. Listeners, followers, we got the best for show one. And Anthony, I follow your system. You taught me everything. I love the pounded system where we pick that one game and we're just hitting it really hard, with 5, 10, even 20 units on a game. That's how you really make money. For me, talk very briefly about that, and then we'll get into some games.
So, I mean, just like everybody, we've all tried different ways to make money, most consistent. And I mean, I've been doing this for just over maybe 20 years, just over 20 years, and just finding the right system. And I finally found the right system, and I was able to quit my job a couple years ago. Long story short, instead of doing one unit, half unit, I mean, just me personally, I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm not making any money. I mean, what am I going to make? $20? What is $20 going to do? I can't even fill my tank with $20. So I do a 2-unit system at $100 unit a piece, and I do maybe 5 to 9 games a day, 2 units a piece, and then one game, either 5 units or 10 units. So in the long run, as long as you can win majority of your big plays, you're going to make money. And my first full year doing sports betting by itself, no job, no nothing, I made just over $69,000. And that might not sound a lot to a lot of people because I know a lot of people post these tickets at like $5,000 a ticket, 10,000. I'm like,
Right.
I'm just an average person like everyone else, and to make money at $100 system, just under 70. I mean, to me that was very impressive. So it works, but you have to make sure you win your one big bet of a day, and it's very stressful. So if
Yep.
you're on a
Very
win streak,
stressful.
you have to stay humble. That is the most important thing, to stay humble. Don't get cocky. Don't brag. Stay humble.
That's right. And I want to let the audience. This is what Anthony. This is his business. This is what he does for a living. Is help other people make money. And I
Hell,
also,
you
yeah,
were a client of mine, and you
exactly.
stuck to my system, and look, your account grew from very little to, it's like, holy crap, college basketball, we blew it up. I mean,
Yep.
we were almost at the point where you were able to make a withdrawal weekly. That's it. We were at that point. And unfortunately, circumstances came upon, and but we're gonna get that account back up, and it's football season, college basketball season. Screw the NBA, hockey
Best time.
season. This is the best time of the year to make money, from now all the way to opening day Major League Baseball. It's the best time of the year to make money.
Yeah, and that kind of dead period where it's just baseball, basically. That's where I kind of struggle with. Well, this year I
It's
think I finished up, so I'm happy about that.
2 years ago, Major League Baseball during the COVID season was dreadful, dreadful.
Yeah.
And I've always profited in baseball. This year, it's profitable, but the last month and a half, it has been so inconsistent. I don't even want to bet it. It's so bad because I'm not making money off it. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just
Yep.
got to be smart. Money
Uh,
management.
Follow Anthony at Pounded Sport on Twitter, and he gives out free plays all the time. So please check in there on Twitter. You can follow me at John Said Tucci VIP. Let's talk about the first game we have, which is Michigan at home versus Colorado State. Michigan, a big favorite. I think Cade McNamara and CJ Corum are still there. It's going to be a good defense as usual with Michigan. Colorado State coming in. I tell you, I don't like.
3-9.
I don't like their chances. I'm on the first half, Michigan minus 19.5. I think that's a pretty good play if they take the foot off the gas the second half. I like the first half play. What are you thinking with this one? Anything on the side of total?
So I actually got this on my card. I'm all over Michigan. Right now, there's a big discrepancy between the two quarterbacks at Michigan. You got, I got to look because I can't remember these names. There's so many players. But the starting core is at McNamara was starting quarterback. Yeah. So he's starting today. You got the veteran quarterback today. Next week, you're going to have, was it the sophomore, whatever his name is? He's going to play next week. So when you're betting next week on Michigan, know that you're betting on his first career start. Because last year he came in and just did random plays, basically just
JJ
garbage
McCarthy.
time. Yeah, garbage time plays. But Michigan lost 4 top people on the defense. But just like Georgia, just like Alabama, they just retool up. Next man up. Michigan's defense is just going to be too much in the big house. Michigan minus 30. I think they win by 40-something.
Yeah, man. Michigan, before the season right now, but number 8 overall. It's like you said, retool, fill the defense. They lost a lot of guys on defense, but this is a big time sports program. All those teams, the blue blood teams, the kids just want to play. They're the best kids. They always get the best kids. So Anthony likes minus 30, and I want to tell Barham viewers that Anthony and I are big believers in buying the hook. I mean, I didn't buy the hook the other night for one game and lost by the hook. And then we saw a West Virginia game, West Virginia Pittsburgh. That line was set out there at plus 7.5 West Virginia. So I didn't play the game. I kind of thought I'm gonna take West Virginia and just I bet you it's a 7-point game. I didn't play it, but that was exactly what happened. So buying the hook minus 30 for Anthony. I'm on minus 19.
I bought the hook. There's nothing guaranteed in sports. It might look sexy as hell, the line. They should be blowing them out. But you know what? Garbage time comes in the last 5 minutes. I mean, a perfect example of Central Michigan. They were down by, 38 points, and they covered our 21.5-point spread. So no matter how good the line looks, always, this is just me, I'd rather get my money back in a push than lose by a stupid hook, whatever the reason is. So that's just me. Everyone has their own preference, but that's it.
We got Barflies are up early on Saturday morning. Torian, a big fan of Barham Network. He's always on the Dan and Aldo show. The chat room's always fire in the Bears talk. They always have the best comments. I think, Anthony, you're going to love being a part of the community. It's like a big family. They're always nice and welcoming. There's no downers here. Let's talk a little bit about the next game, Georgia and Oregon, 2 top 12 teams, man. Georgia, national champion last year, right? And this year they've lost a lot on defense and a lot of guys in the NFL. And Oregon, I know they had their struggles last season. They're sitting at minus 11. This spreads at 16.5 right now. I'm kind of leaning Georgia. I just don't like Oregon on the road. What do you think?
So Bo Nix. So okay, let's just go start off with this.
Right.
Oregon has not announced a quarterback yet, but it's expected to be Bo Nix. Bo Nix, if you don't know who he is, he's the former quarterback for Auburn, and he's trash. I mean, let's just be honest. The dude, he's like a one-drive wonder. Okay, he's one of those guys. So I'm all over Georgia. If once I heard Bo Nix was quarterback or expected to be quarterback, I don't care who the hell else is going to be quarterback because they're not going to have any experience at quarterback. Give me Georgia. Georgia's going to get those. I mean, it's in Georgia. And there's one thing about college sports is the home field advantage is huge in college. Huge. Just like in soccer. If anyone knows anything about soccer, you really don't bet the road team at a high spread unless it's like a top team.
Yeah.
But back to this game, give me Georgia minus 16. I think they come out firing. There's the first game since winning the championship. I think they win this, barely cover, and win this by 20 or 21 points.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Georgia returned sixth-year quarterback Stetson Bennett. That's a lot of
Yes,
experience.
that's another factor.
Right.
So Stetson
Oregon,
Bennett, who beat Alabama's top defense last year,
right.
versus Bo Nix. Yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. I'm sorry.
Yep, you're reading from my notes too, because Oregon's supposed to have a pretty good defense under Dan Lemming, and if anybody can
But it's
figure
only
out,
his first game. It's only his
right,
first
only
game.
his first game, Stetson
So
Bennett will
they
figure out
gotta,
the defense.
yeah. So I mean, even that there's gonna be a lot of misplays, defensive mistakes. I mean, it's just going to be not a good matchup for Oregon's first game as head coach, getting things together. They needed to play someone on like an FCS team just to get things rolling. But facing Georgia in Georgia, it's not. If they come out and they play really tough, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, and total sitting at 54.5. I like the under, man.
Under.
The unders. Last four season openers for Georgia has gone under the total. The trends are leaning towards under. Oregon and Georgia, both two pretty good defenses. So I'm gonna stick to the under in this one.
Yeah.
Now,
Georgia's gonna pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball. I mean,
yep,
it's like the perfect scenario for a under. And like you said, Oregon's got a good defense. So I mean, but Georgia at home on their defense, I know they lost a bunch of players, but this is going to be a hard fought game running the ball. Whoever gets sevens is going to have a huge advantage. And I really think Georgia wins this maybe 38-14, something like that.
With you. I mean, both these teams love to run the ball. They run first. Yeah. That's going to take time off the clock. That's always a good play for the under. Let's head to this is a game I really like, man. I'm on Arkansas today. There's a big difference between the SEC and I forget what conference Cincinnati plays.
I can't remember. I'm still trying to get into
All American or American.
Yeah, conference. I'm still trying to get in the flow of college sports.
Remember last season when people were talking about Cincinnati being a national champion, and then they played Georgia. And it was like, whoa, the difference.
Yeah.
You know, that was just last year. Right. I love Luke Fickell as a coach, but Desmond Ridder is gone. He's playing in the NFL. Arkansas did nothing but get better towards the end of the season. They got KJ Jefferson. He's a dual threat at quarterback. I love Arkansas at home. Got a great defense. They're big up front. And Cincinnati, it's a lower conference. They're small up front on offense, man. I don't see how they're going to run the ball much against Arkansas. I'm all over. This is one of my top plays, Arkansas -6.
No, I agree with you. I mean, in this spot, I'll even take the 6.5, and I don't even buy the hook. Just like my 5-unit bomb today, it has a hook. I don't care. I'm betting it with the hook. That's how much I like it. But this game in particular, I think Arkansas is just going to be too much for Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost too many top guys in the offseason. Arkansas has just gotten better. Even in the beginning of the season, we capitalized as Arkansas as dogs. And then later in the season, I mean, with injuries later in the season, I mean, they're not the same team. But Arkansas is going to open some eyes this year. I mean, they just got better from last year, and they were really good last year. The record does not show how good they were last year because of injuries toward the end of the season. I'm all with you. Arkansas is a very, very good play today.
All right. Well, I mean, that's all it needs to be said. I'll move on to the next game. We got this game's in your backyard, Anthony. You got Florida, a dog at home to number 7, Utah, the Pac-12 champions last year. Man, Florida. I think Florida's in trouble this game. I gotta say, they got a new coach. They got a lot of turnover, transfer portal, whatnot. Utah returns a lot of people. I got to tell you, I hate you. It's a long way to travel. Utah to Gainesville in the swamp. But man, I just think Utah. It's a short spread. What are you thinking?
This game, I just cannot touch personally, but if I had to pick, I would definitely take Utah. I mean, you know me well enough. I hate the Florida Gators. Hate them. Every time I bet them, they lose. I bet against them, they win. I refuse to even touch this game. But in the swamp, they surprise a lot of people in the swamp. It's the first game of the season. They're expected to start Richardson as quarterback, as he is the better of the two quarterbacks. What is his name? Emory? That dude's just so trash, dude. If Emory's quarterback, I'm pounding Utah. Let's just put it that way. But Richardson is the much better quarterback. So don't be surprised if Florida pulls off an upset. But when it comes to travel, it's the first week. I wouldn't even look at the travel. These teams are so fresh. They're ready to go. But this is a huge stay away. But I would lean Utah, but don't be surprised if Florida wins outright.
So let me tell you the play I'm on today for this game. It's Utah team total first half over 13.5. I think they could get 2 touchdowns in the first half. To
They
me,
could.
I like this play. I don't think Florida's defense is that daunting. I think Utah can put up a touchdown a quarter, and just
I don't
that's
see
it.
why
That's
they
it.
couldn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't see why they couldn't. I mean, it just goes back to the unknown. It's week 0. You know what I mean? We
yeah,
don't know these two teams. Florida could be a lot better than we think. Utah could be rusty, but we just don't know. But minus 13 first half team total. Yeah, it's definitely worth
yeah.
a shot. I mean, Florida's defense did not show us any promise last year, so why not take a shot at it?
Yep, I'm on. That plays over 13.5 team total for Utah first half. And then hey, this might be one of the biggest games of the night. A lot of people, a lot of fans of both these teams. Yeah, number 2 Ohio State versus Notre Dame, who I think is number 5. I didn't put it in there. Sorry about that, but
Yeah.
Notre Dame also a big things expected. Ohio State has weapons everywhere. Man, it's just on offense, pretty damn good on defense. Notre Dame's got to go into Columbus. Um, I don't know. I like Ohio State in this game at home. 16 points seems about right to me, but Notre Dame has. This is one of those teams that have a chance for it. They're kind of like when I bet on them, they lose. When I bet against them, they win. So kind of that way. I'm a little leery of playing this game. But man, Ohio State. It's Ohio State, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
CJ
So
Stroud.
this game, I'm not even gonna look at it. I can't even touch it. This is just disgusting. I mean, 16 points versus the number 5 team. I know it's in Columbus, so it's week 1. You have to take the dogs. Give me the Notre Dame plus the points. There's just you can't take a favorite every game. This is
Yeah,
one of those games where you're gonna give me 16. If it's at 6, if you can find Ohio State minus 16.5, take it to 17 and run. I mean, 17 is a solid number. You got to take that. Uh, I would take the dog here. I mean, those games that we just went over, I mean, they were just overwhelmingly favorites. But this is one of those games. If you just can't decide and it's like, oh, I don't know, is it that many? Take the dog. Automatically take the
good tip.
points. Take
Yep.
the points because automatically, if you're decisive and you can't make a decision on a favorite, just take the points. You got those points in your back pocket. You got garbage time. If worse comes to worse, all it takes is a couple
Backdoor.
turnovers, and you're it. I mean, this is not a sexy play taking Notre Dame going into Columbus, but you can't tell me they're not going to be ready to go. So give me Notre Dame plus the points. I would
All
prefer
right.
17 personally, but I'm not buying a full point. I would wait till if you can get 16.5, buy the hook to 17. That's my advice.
Yeah, it's a tough game to play. Uh, like you said, great advice. Week 1, week 0, dogs. Overs ruled the day. I think week 0, week 1 so far. There's been overs.
Surprisingly,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
which is
I mean,
that.
these teams
That's
are
usually
scoring.
defense.
These teams are scoring like the defense is injured and they're on their third string players. I mean, I'm just blown away on how fast these guys are scoring on each other. So this one, I got to go with Notre Dame, and I would go over the total because I think in the second half, I think the defense is weakened. The legs get weaker. I got to go over 59. I think because Notre Dame is not just going to fall forward and just be like, oh, yeah, blow us out week 1. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Because, damn well ESPN's going to be covering this game going crazy.
Yep.
Oh, is Notre Dame really that bad? You know how it goes. They're going to be
right.
every analysis on earth who thinks their analysis will be covering how bad Notre Dame is going into week 2. So give me the plus the points.
All right. And we got a few games yesterday. I actually played a couple unders because I like the slow pace of the teams last night. Took that away. Got a couple winners. Michigan State was in trouble covering 22. I think I got it at 21 when it first came out, so I was lucky I got a win on that one. But man, the line at game time was 22 points. Michigan State won by 22. That was it, man. Vegas, it's like, how do they know? They're so good at what they do. That's why it's so hard to beat them sometimes. You really have to look for the games. You'll have to look for the games where you think they made a mistake, and that's what we're going to try and do on this show. Any takeaways from last night?
I was really surprised Michigan State didn't win by more than 22. I mean, I locked in 22 the day before because I figured it was going to go to 24. And it went down 18, you said yesterday morning, went back up to 21. And I threw some more money on it at 21. But 22, I thought 22 was a phenomenal number just because I thought it was going to keep going up. But Michigan State, Old Dominion. I mean, we rode the Old Dominion train last year, and I had the under. I think you had plus the points, or did you have the under?
I had the under. Virginia Tech Old Dominion under. Yep, that hit. Like I said, those are running teams,
Yeah, and Illinois, I didn't. Man, so close. I had Illinois plus 105. So close. Yeah, Indiana.
I had the money line Illinois, and I was like, in fourth quarter, I'm like, whoa, we're up 3, man. It's looking good, and didn't hit it. But
watch out for Illinois. I think Illinois is the team to watch out for. I mean, they were very competitive last year. I mean, last night. Last year, they would have got blown out. So I think they're going in the right direction overall.
Yeah, coaching staff looks to be much improved. Got the kids fired up for the Illini. Any last thoughts on today's games? Do you want to give out a free play? You got anything? You think?
I usually give out a free play video every day on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And today, I gave out 2 free plays. One of them was Michigan minus 30, and the other one was my dog of the day. It's Rutgers plus 7.5. I think Greg Schiano has his team ready to go. I could really care less if they win or lose. I got 7 points and a hook. So just like the West Virginia the other day, I think Greg Schiano keeps his game close and covers the 7.5. That's my dog of the day.
I like it. I'll have dog of the day videos transition for Anthony.
We usually do. First episode.
Yeah, we're busy and we're transitioning from our show to Barroom Network. So changing in graphics and whatnot. I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that's going on at the Barroom this weekend. On Sunday, I'll be hosting the Barroom Fantasy Football League live draft with a bunch of the network personalities. So join us on Sunday. That's at 9 Central. There's a Barfly tailgate on Sunday show. They're talking Bears football. Lots of other shows. My God, just look on YouTube. You'll see all the scheduled shows coming up. And let's see. Follow Anthony at Pounded Sport on Twitter. And Anthony and I both give away free play every day. And sign up for VIP with Anthony. He's got great promos. You can even take his challenge, right, Anthony? If he doesn't go 3-0 on a certain day, he gives you a free
3-0. Like today's promo is the plus 1,000 odds parlay or free week of all plays. So say you sign up today and the parlay doesn't cash, but we can still have a winning day in our straight wagers. You're going to get a week free. So a week free would be starting tomorrow, Sunday through next Saturday. So you'll have all the way through next Saturday of free plays if it does not cash.
Right, and Anthony and I do all sports. That includes baseball, soccer, NFL football, NCAA football, and both of our favorite NCAA basketball, which is both of our best sports. Anthony's pretty darn good at college football. And baseball will have a few stuff coming on. I haven't fully given out all my picks today. I'm still working. It's only 7:30 in the morning here, so
Still
I've
early,
got some
yeah.
hand capping to do. You can sign up for Anthony or myself, VIP. Anthony he answers text messages really quick. He's
I
usually
live on my
available.
phone. I
He
live
lives
on
on
my
his.
phone.
If you got a
Living.
question about any picks or whatever, you're signed up for Anthony. He's always there to answer a question. All right, Anthony. Welcome to Barroom Network, and thanks for coming on. Anthony and I will have guests throughout the year. We got some guests planned to come in. All right, Barflies, we're going to get out of here to let you get going, Anthony. Thanks again for Barroom Network and Aldo and all the gang. This weekend sports betting tips with Tooch and Anthony.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire.